Hello everybody and welcome to this new little thing that I'm probably going to be doing, and it's more or less a review kind of a thing. It's going to be a review for problems and interesting topics, anything really that is conversational, anything that could be talked about. And today, I'm going to be addressing my cock mug. I have a cock mug. I got it for Christmas. Really, it's not Christmas yet, but that's my cock mug, so we'll have that over here. But I'm actually going to be addressing something a lot more big, which is the problem with YouTube. Everyone's been addressing, and a lot of cool little new YouTubers are like, oh my gosh, YouTube is broken, it's destroyed, because of this new thing YouTube did. If you were subscribed to a YouTuber, but you weren't really watching them very much, they unsubscribed you. I want to refer back to specifically a few videos I've seen. Jacksepticeye addressed this. A lot of YouTubers address this, but I'm focusing on Jacksepticeye and also Syndicate. So you guys can go watch those two. I'll leave the links in the description to those videos. All of these big YouTubers saw a really big decline in their analytics or their stats in their subscribers. They started losing subscribers and views in a really big way, and they're like, what is going on? And a lot of YouTubers really thought to themselves, well, maybe it's because I'm not making very good content. Maybe it's because I put this out, I did this, I did that, and then now they're losing subscribers. But really, it's because YouTube never told us about this. And that's the worst part about this huge thing, is that YouTube never told us that if you weren't watching a very big YouTuber, or if you weren't watching any person at all for very much, then they unsubscribed you. And they're really putting random stuff like advertisements and trailers and all of this stuff you don't want to see. And it's really just a big reach out for advertisement. So they really did that, and it bothered people a lot. Because number one, people like to stay aware, especially myself. I like to stay aware of what's going on around me a lot. So the fact that YouTube never told us about this is insane. And for me, it doesn't affect me very much because I'm not a very big YouTuber, but it still does affect me actually in a really big way. Because what Jacksepticeye said was that for small YouTubers, it's even worse because it's going to start going to clickbait and asking people to like, asking people to comment. Because you need subscribers to really keep watching to have them stay there. So it's going to cause people to start freaking out and say, I really need you guys to upload. You need to comment and stuff like that. And he also addressed the fact that they're doing really cool things, like they uploaded the new comment section and they got stuff where you can pin comments and all this cool stuff. Like, some channels just have stopped making YouTube videos because they don't like this new rules. A lot of people are upset because YouTube never told us, and also the same fact that it's a lot harder for small YouTubers to be up there because YouTube is really focusing on what has already happened. So some YouTubers are dying off because when it seems like you have all of these subscribers, it's actually, boom, you really don't because they haven't watched you very much, so they've gotten rid of it completely. They haven't done that to my channel because I'm so unwell known that I'm not even on the charts, so hallelujah to me, I guess, but it still is not good because for small YouTubers like me and others, it's really hard to become popular because you lose subscribers as you go and stuff. So it gets really hard for people and it's really bad. So if you guys didn't know this was going on, that might be a little bit of a shock. It really was for me when I figured it out. And a lot of people are like, well, man, YouTube's broken. I shouldn't use YouTube anymore. But YouTube's not going anywhere. It's just like the YouTube rights that went out. They put out new YouTube rules. Those were the exact same a few years ago. People just made a big deal of it, and I feel like they should be making a big deal of this because you have to address problems when they arise. but it's not as big as people are making it feel. People are making it feel a lot more out of proportion than they are. It's still going to be somewhat the same. It's going to be different if you're posting, but if you're not posting, I would say just go check out and go look and see if you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're not, and then just keep yourself informed. And if you keep watching them, then you'll be okay. In a way, it benefits the viewer, because if you're subscribed to someone that you don't really know, that you were subscribed to, it unsubscribes you just because like you don't watch them very much. So it may benefit greatly, but it may also be that the person doesn't post very much. So if you don't post very much, then someone will watch one video, then you don't post for another month, then they'd have to go ahead and like unsubscribe you because you're not watching, but there's nothing else to watch. So it also encourages you to post daily and post more frequently, but it still is bad because people who are not in that kind of a range and people who don't post very quickly and stuff may be unsubscribed to. So this is a really big problem throughout YouTubers and the viewers and everything. It benefits in some ways, but it also downfalls in very other great ways. But overall, it won't change very much, but it will kind of change if you're the video maker. And if you are the video maker, you have to take the right precautions, like getting people engaged, which sucks because it's going to have to really, if you want to keep your channel alive, then you're going to have, well, excuse me. If you want to keep your channel alive, you're going to have to pretty much ask people to comment, ask people to stay engaged, but that you don't really have to ask them, you just have to make interesting content, and it encourages you to make interesting content. And if you really enjoy what you do, then you will just not really care. And I understand how some people make a living off of it, which is a really big problem. So that is one big problem, that if you're making a living off of YouTube, then you're probably going to have to really find out your own things. But just set your bearings, set your where you are straight, and you gotta figure it out. But for now, I will leave you guys on that thought, because that's really all I have to say about this whole entire YouTube thing. There's a lot more to be said about it. It could be going on for hours, but I don't have hours today or tomorrow or anything really to talk about it. I could, but for the sake of this video not having it be too long, I will leave this right here. I will sip on my cock mug, and I will greet you guys later. I will see you guys in the next video. See you.